Alright. So The Help is a movie that came out back in 2011, but I really wanted this to be my first movie review because it is my favorite movie of all time. I have the movie, I have the book, I even have the soundtrack on my iPod. It's just a wonderful, wonderful film. I saw it back when I was 13 years old, and I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it with my mom at home, but it was just, the experience watching it was just wonderful, and to this very day, it is my number one favorite film of all time. But there are many reasons for that, and I will get into that in a second. But what I really love most about this film is that it is witty, heartwarming, and it has an overall message. So the movie is based in the 1960s South, and it's about these three women who joined together in secret to write a book about the help. The help is just a term for black maids. And the movie is about their journey of overcoming their obstacles and trying to spread the truth about what was going on in that time period. And it is a very, very moving film. So the film is really filled with a lot of great actors like Emma Stone, Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Jessica Chastain, and many more. And they give really great performances. When I saw it back when I was 13 years old, I thought they were good performances, but now seeing it again, it's just amazing. This movie is directed by Tate Taylor. It's his third directorial project, but what is really cool about this is that he has been friends with the author since they were in high school. Catherine Stockett is the author of The Help, and when she was writing this book, she sent it to Tate Taylor to see if he would like it. What I really love about the film the most is the story. It's really the three women, Octavia Spencer, Emma Stone, and Viola Davis. Their characters are the most gripping aspects of this film. There are many wonderful other aspects, but just the directing is okay. It's nothing spectacular, but it's nothing to complain about either. It's a really visually wonderful film. But people don't see the movie because of the visual aspects. They see it because of the performances, and it is a literary film, if I could say that. It's very wrought in the characters and the character development. And the more I see it, the more I see how deep these actors go to really fulfill these characters and do them justice. My favorite character in this entire film is Jessica Chastain's character, Celia Foote. What I used to say a ditzy blonde woman, but she is not ditzy. She is a very smart, very clever, intelligent character. And I think she has the biggest heart in the entire cast of characters. And Minnie is also my favorite character, my second favorite character. Minnie and Celia together, they are probably the best parts of this film. Every time they are in a scene together, I just want to rewatch it and rewatch it. My favorite scene in the entire movie is when Celia actually bakes food for Minnie. And in the beginning of the film, Celia did not even know how to make corn pole. She couldn't even make a cake. I also really enjoyed Emma Stone's character, who is the protagonist of this film. She is an educated white woman who just came out of college, and she wants to be a journalist or a novelist or both. And so she goes in secret to write about the help because her maid, Constantine, she goes missing. And so she starts to see the truth about the world and about society and about especially Jackson, Mississippi in that time. And she wants to do something about it. So the person she goes to is Abilene. And so Skeeter and Abilene's characters, they really drive the film in its main idea. And that is to get the book published, and that is to spread the truth about what happens in that time. One thing I think that people may not like about the film is that it might be too long. It's 2 hours and 26 minutes. I thought it was the perfect length. Yes, I've seen it over and over and over again. I see it at least once or twice a year. So by now sometimes it gets a little long for me, but the first time I saw it when I was 13, I was riveted. And that 2.5 hours, they went by so fast. So is this a rewatchable film? I don't really know. For me, it is. It really holds a special place in my heart. But if there's anything that I should criticize about the film, it might be its length. If you watch the film for one reason, let it be for the story. A lot of people will say for the performances, and the performances are great. The music is great. The directing is great. But the story is really what you're going to get out of this film, and that's what I really got out of the film. The morals in this film are objective, and there's barely any swearing, there's no sex. It's definitely a film that you could see with your kids. I know it's PG-13, but I think it's just the material that it's handling. It might be a little heavy because it's talking about the 1960s South, and it does have a little bit of swearing. It's very intellectual. It's a very literary film. So please go see it for the story alone. I give it a 10 out of 10. Of course, it's my favorite movie. And thank you for watching this review. I know it's not a review that most people are going to be clicking on because it's not a relevant film, but it is my favorite film, and I thought this is the best way to start off my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. So my favorite character in this entire film is I don't know if I just am... So this movie is really about the performances. A lot of people... So this movie is really about the performances. The directing is great, but... So the movie is really about the performances. She is what I used to say, Jessica... And he loved it, and of course it became... Yeah.